Hello everybody, welcome back to Azure Gunvolt 2. Now, in the last episode we got into Eden, so we're headed off for the garden. So time to see what the briefing is, and this is the garden, Eden's headquarters fortress. The other adepts and mirror shards should all be there. This includes Zonda, by the way, so take extra care. Don't have to tell me twice. These are the items we can get, and yeah, we're pretty much taking on all the bosses that you guys have seen me take on Copen's side, and it'll be the same for Copen. And, I did get a comment from Sean Does Stuff on one of the other episodes, is that the story is a bit confusing. I just want to explain this real quick to anybody else that might be thinking the same thing. While the story is technically confusing the way that I am playing it, technically the story goes by... Shoot. The story goes by is like one side of the story. So like if you play as Gunvolt, then you're just getting Gunvolt's side of the story. Like, you know... Copen just gets the one mirror shard that he has at the start of the game, and that's it. And it's the same for Gunvolt. He just has Jules' consciousness like he had at the start. Getting up there is actually like really difficult. Don't take me out, please. Oh, I forgot I could disarm your shields. Well, that's interesting. But I don't play as Gunvolt in this game very often. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, the story's gonna go as like one-sided. So if you play as Gunvolt, it's just meant to be Gunvolt's side of the story. You do get a couple of secrets if you play as both sides. But that's pretty much how it goes. So like if you're playing as one, you're only supposed to be playing as one. It's not a story that you can really play as both. Okay, now maybe I'll actually be able to get through this. Hello. I do not want to take damage right now. I would like to get to a checkpoint. That would be nice to get. It's just a checkpoint, because I got like a lot of points and... Okay, thank you! I know I'm cutting the music short, but... I don't usually last, and I want to get actually decent scores in these stages, just for the fun of it. And this is the problem with the Gunvolt, is you have to wait on these platforms. With Copen, you can kind of just bullet dash up if you know like how to manipulate it properly. But you guys will be seeing how I do that in the... Dang it! Yeah, you guys will see how I do that in the next one. Okay, you should have been coming back and... Okay. Rude. Okay, let's just make sure we make our way up here. There we go. What? Why didn't he give me a double? Should have gotten the double. Ugh, I'm not having a real fancy time right now. Because I'm sure you guys probably have noticed this from, like, all the times I've taken damage, but this is not exactly an easy thing to pull off. Again, I hate guys like that. There we go. At least I got another triple in there. And yeah, we've only just hit the first hexapile, so that gives you an idea of like how long these stages are going to be. Yeah, be prepared. But the next upcoming bit is mainly just like a straight shot full of enemies. So just be prepared. Oh, I got a new skill. Also, sorry if I'm going a little quiet, I'm just like trying to really focus on all this. So, yeah. Actually, you know what is, I do have kind of a, funny story I can attempt to talk about, and I should have taken that checkpoint, but I should have done, but too late now. Well, not really, but, you know, it is a little bit late for it. But as, now this is not a story of my own, this is actually a story I got told from one of my coworkers who actually has a lot of these. But it's still a funny story, so, you know, and I don't have a whole lot of, funny stories myself, well, ones that you can actually, like, laugh at, but is, but he used to live up in, I think it was, like, New Jersey, so it's pretty far up north, and he's one of those guys that's pretty good with, like, tools and stuff, so he was taking a, I forget what class it was, but it was, an electronics type of class. It's been a while since he actually told me the story. But essentially what he did was, they teached all of them how to build plasma cutters. And they were like pretty weak plasma cutters, so they couldn't really do a whole lot with them. Well, he decided is what happens if you like actually amped up the voltage and decided to start doing like, make him a lot more powerful. Like, running way more power through the thing than he needed to. With some like, seriously heavy duty batteries. And, you know, as you can imagine, something like that would be kind of insane. Well, he did it anyway, and found out that he could actually pretty easily cut through metal. And he stayed pretty late at the school because he had a ton of extracurricular activities. So when he left, pretty much everybody else would be like gone for the day. And he had noticed, because he still had his plasma cutter on him at the time, is he was like, huh, maybe I could bust into a locker with this. So he had cut open a locker with his plasma cutter, and he only said he did this. Okay, now that's just some bullshit. But he only did this 3 times, and he cut into one locker, didn't take anything out, just kind of left it cut open. Also, here's something. If you jump over the hexapile, you can get one of these. You can also still get it if you're fast enough without breaking the hexapile, but you have to move quickly. But he noticed that he could bust into it, and then he just started writing things in the locker. Now, I forget what he had mentioned in it, but he cut them in and it was like all over the place. Everyone was like, who just cut stuff into the locker? But we have stuff to do, so yeah. Ah, Gunvolt, welcome. I, the goddess Desna, defend the fortress in the Seven's name. For Zonda, for the sake of our future, I will strike you down. I should not have been taking a sip of my drink. Oh no. Oh, that went down the wrong pipe, and I just overheated. So yeah, Desna works the exact same as when we fought her as Copen. Now, personally, I find it's a little easier to fight her with Copen because, you know, Copen has her as like, you know, one of the boss fights. I find the boss is a little bit more kind of evened out. But because of Gunvolt's mobility, you don't really have, dang it, the easiest time fighting her, at least in my opinion. But all the bosses are meant to be taken on, like, fairly easy. And oh no, I have overheated. Recharge quickly. One thing I will give to Gunvolt, though, is at least he can attack, like, pretty heavily while, you know, dodging this. Oh. Wow, of course I jumped right into it. Oh well, sometimes those things just happen. She got her attack off at a pretty quick time. Another member of the 7 down. One more until you're done. And then there's Zonda, but you're pretty close to done. Yeah, pretty close. Oh, GV. Yeah, 8 minutes on that stage and we still get 5 stars. Oh, and I missed one of the things. Must have been hiding in a little crevasse I didn't see. Oh well, we still have the next stage that we can go ahead and do, which is the garden number 2. GV is fighting inside Eden's headquarters right about now. And here I am just twiddling my thumbs. I feel so useless. Come on, Jewel. Keep him safe for me. And yeah, I will show you real quick before we actually go off to the mission. If you decide to go to talk or chat at this point, which is GV, Jewel, and Zhao. Come home safe, you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But off we go to the next stage, because, you know, we've only been, like, going for, like, 10 minutes. Paradise has become a pattern. As a king of puppets surrenders to the will of the land, a great steel beast bear fangs at a young hero. If that gives you an idea of who the boss might be. Now, actually, as you guys will... Okay, hello. You guys actually will see this come the next episode, but you actually have 2 options. Gunvolt has to go through this door, but if you jump down here, this part of the base is under construction. Guess I better turn around. Yeah, we'll actually be taking that path with Copen, because Copen can't go through this path for obvious reasons. Now, I actually did build something specifically for this. 2 control panels. Aw, I mean stuff like this. Okay. I can open this thing up, no sweat. Just need to take both of them at once and zap. But they're actually gonna have like some pretty fun stuff where you have to like hit the control panels in like specific ways. So hit both those and just jump through and try not to get shot. Okay, now this will open this, that'll open that. What the? Where did you come from, rude? Hate those guys that just come out of nowhere. Okay, and that was just my own fault. Nope. I am not even gonna worry about the kudos on you. And here's where the fun thing is. Get through quickly before I overheat. That was close. Nope, 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 nope. Don't leave me behind. Door's locked. I should keep moving. Yeah, and that's also where the paths will reconnect, so if you guys are curious, yeah. Alright, and now for the fun part of the garden 2. Essentially is a giant enemy rush. So what I recommend is staying here in the middle because enemies can't really drop down from there. Also, this is one stage that you can get actually a lot of points out of. Just be careful of these guys on the stairs. There is also, if I remember correctly, see, it's in one of these, but they hide like one of the little drop things that get you more items in the ending stage part. Oh, I thought I'd seen something over there. Okay, that takes care of that, and I am so gonna end up losing all these points. Zonda, forgive me. I pass the burden to you. Wait, now where is it? Because it's supposed to be on one of these. There it is. Alright, time to move. And let's hope I just don't take damage, because this is actually not the easiest thing to not take damage on. Okay, that takes care of that. And this should be the last area that we gotta worry about. Okay, there's the next pal. Thank you, because I was starting to get worried. It's getting hot in here, or is it just me? I'm glad you made it, Adept. The meal can't start without you. You're the robot guard that Copen went after. That evolutionary relic, pff, I already dealt with him. Now it's just you and me, and my dear Gallic Crone. Come, gallant Crone, boil this one in the name of tasty justice. Now I actually got something specifically for this fight. The aerial clip. It does weaken my flash field's power a bit, but it also means that I can hit both of them simultaneously with about the same power. Unless I overheat. And ow. More ow. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go back to the Raphael clip. Oh, you're gonna throw your rings at me? Ow. Ugh, I don't know why I find that so funny, but Amu's boost just cracks me up every time. Okay, and there goes that. Ow. To think that is who ended up in the stew pot. But I'm not done. It's already activated. I used my marionette Septima. I gave it everything. You can't stop it, Adept. No, I can. GV, what's he talking about? In the name of our paradise. Yeah, you'll see what he's talking about in a minute. But essentially before this stage ends, well, that was totally unsettling. Doesn't matter, we have to keep going. Let's move. Well, yeah, the stage hasn't ended. After feeding my foe, I moved deeper into the fortress. Is that a plasma legion? Must be what the robo-jockey was talking about. And that it is. And of course it has a barrier, which we have to deal with. So essentially all this is basically a more powerful version of the first boss that we took on in the Sky Carrier. Only difference is you aren't overpowered and this thing is. crap, I've overheated myself. Yeah, the missiles that you see him firing is, I would recommend is, okay, first of all, ow, because there goes some, like, kudos, and arrow runner. So essentially this thing is going to be going back and forth constantly, and if you have air dashes, this is actually no problem. Just try to make sure you recharge. Dang it, I didn't realize I was that low on energy. Okay, there should be enough. If I got close enough. Cool, it was. I had no idea Ida was already ready to roll this thing out. Well, it's dead now, so ready or not, they can't use it anymore. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything we could do. As well, we do still have the Garden 3, but let me check out my skills and stuff, because I do have more of them. Let's see, Ashfield, Galvanic Patch, Optimal Burst, Lux Caliber, that is actually going to be one I want to equip. And instead of Galvanic Patch, because I want to see what else I have. Galvanic Renewal, completely recovers HP. Yeah, Dragon Sphere I'm actually going to equip, because it's a little bit better, and then I'm going to unequip that for Galvanic Renewal, because Galvanic Renewal is, while it does cost a little bit of SP, it actually is pretty decent. And I'm going to assign the shortcut to Lux Caliber, because that one's actually more powerful. See, if you guys are curious for a quick demonstration, I'm actually going to go ahead and retake this boss on, because you can redo stages and whatnot. And then you guys can have an idea so I can show off these skills and stuff, because why not? Because Gunvolt gets a bunch of extra skills, and you probably have seen me use them in the first game, but yeah. There is also one that I haven't gotten to use, but you guys will see it later. So yeah, while we take on this guy, is I kind of needed to sit still for a second. There we go. But yeah, that's Dragon Sphere. Guy kicked it. Okay, he's going for that now. And this is Lux Caliber. It's fun. The only thing it's a little bit more difficult to use than Astrosphere, but as long as you get used to it, it's not that bad. But yeah, with having replayed a stage out of the way just to show some things off, because it's a pretty short stage, probably could have just gone after Tenji and that would have made things a lot easier, but hey. I need a boss that had a little bit more bite. Well, and I completed challenges. Might as well see what those are. Okay, well these are other ones that I completed because I went back through that stage some time ago. There we go, Sonic's Cerulean, and okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of these that do that do need to get done, but I have actually completed all these, and I don't know that I'm going to be going back through them. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, so I will see you guys again when we go to Copen's side of the story and do the Garden 1 and 2 again on Copen's side, and go through that story, and then, yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!